Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is, of course, an Armfights Unleashed prediction special tonight. It's probably morning for you if you're in the US, but it is evening here in Australia, and we are, in fact, only some 18 hours away from what will be the main event of Armfights Unleashed 5.0. It is, of course, going to be none other than Jordan Davis of Australia up against Brazil's Pepe Panzetti. Now, Pepe Panzetti, he is bringing some firepower to this one. Can't wait to see him in action. And of course, Jordan Davis is the best 80 kilo arm wrestler in Australia. So to give you some more context on this match, this will be a main event match. It will happen exactly at 12 p.m. in Brisbane time, and it will be broadcast both live on the Facebook page and on this YouTube channel right here. Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling will be there. So, main event 5.0, Arm Fights Unleashed, Jordan Davis v. Pepe Panzetti. This is a very interesting match. The polls concluded with Pepe Panzetti having a 64% likelihood of winning. According to the fan base, some 600 and something people voted in that poll, and Pepe Panzetti took that majority vote. Now, here is the tale of the tape when it comes to these two guys. Pepe Panzetti is an absolute superstar. He is an 8-time Brazilian national champion. He has also won the South American Absolute Overalls champion, and he has finished on the podium at the WAF World Championships. Now, he is clearly, on paper, an absolute weapon when it comes to arm wrestling. He is, of course, coming off very good wins over Tim O'Sullivan in the Sydney Arm Fights Unleashed 3.0, which happened in February of 2019. He looked absolutely dominant in that performance there. And we, of course, saw him putting on some great, spectacular shows in the professional tournament as well. Okay, his opponent, Australia's best 80-kilo arm wrestler, none other than Jordan the Reacher Davis. Jordan is the hand control king when it comes to arm wrestlers here in Australia. He is an absolute lightweight, but he brings with him hand control like no one else in the country. The interesting part about this match for me is the fact that they have, in fact, met once before. Approximately 1 year and a half ago, Pepe Panzetti, when he first arrived in Australia, entered a state tournament. Very casually, I might admit, had no idea who Jordan Davis was, and Jordan Davis took the scalp on the right arm. Pepe Panzetti took it on the left. Now, the interesting thing about that is that Pepe Panzetti wasn't particularly fired up for that match. It was a very casual tournament from him. He was in Australia for holiday purposes. He wasn't training. He'd lost his mojo, so to speak, when it came to actual chasing arm wrestling and being the baddest arm wrestler he could possibly be. Fast forward a year and a half, and this man wants revenge. Pepe Panzetti wants revenge on Jordan Davis like crazy. People don't like losing to Jordan Davis. He looks like a skinny kid. He looks like he would never be able to win an arm wrestle if he had to save himself. But Jordan Davis's hand control is enormously powerful, particularly in the strap. Now, that brings an interesting point. This match, of course, is going to be a 6-round super match. It's going to be 6 rounds, and the reason that is so interesting is because Pepe Panzetti is going to come out of the blocks like a million miles an hour. He is lightning fast. He has scalps like Danny Tesh. He, in fact, eliminated Danny Tesh on 2 occasions. That being Australia's best arm wrestler, Danny Tesh, Pepe Panzetti has beaten him twice, both times on the big stage of the World Arm Wrestling Federation World Championships, where he went on to then finish on the podium. So, he is lightning fast. He flash pinned Danny Tesh, and he plans on flash pinning Jordan Davis. Now, outside of straps, without a doubt, Pepe is the better arm wrestler. He's the bigger guy. He's faster. He's got a better reaction speed, and he probably has a better wrist in terms of keeping his knuckles high. Pepe Panzetti is going to look to get 4 wins very fast, straight out of the gate. He doesn't want to go to straps. He went to straps with Jordan Davis in the New South Wales State Championships last year, and this was where it all unfolded. Jordan Davis is an absolute wizard in the straps. He has focused on strap arm wrestling right from the beginning of his journey in the sport. He is a student of Devin Larratt. He models himself on Devin Larratt. And for goodness sake, he could have been Devin Larratt's child, the way he looks, the way he appears. His hand and arm is the same length as Devin Larratt, and he is one of the most dangerous lightweights on the planet. I think that he could, in fact, pull against almost any 80-kilo arm wrestler, particularly right arm, and be right there in the match. So, If it goes to straps, Jordan Davis has the advantage. Jordan Davis, without doubt, has the better maneuverability over a long game. But Pepe Panzetti is coming in strong. He's been training with the Sydney Arm Wrestling Club against the likes of people like Mario Tsembakis and is looking monstrous. So this one for me is going to come down to how effectively Pepe Panzetti can control the match outside of the straps, and can Jordan Davis get to the straps early, or will Pepe Panzetti have too much risk? So my prediction on paper, you have to go with Pepe Panzetti. He is an 8-time Brazilian champion. He's been on the WAF World Championship podium. He knows what it is to be on the big stage, and he's fired up. He lost to Jordan Davis a year and a half ago. He wants to right that wrong, and he is 15 kilograms heavier than Jordan Davis going into this match. Jordan Davis, the lighter guy, 80 kilos, needs it to go to straps. He wants the long game. He feels confident that if it gets into that straps, he is the better arm wrestler and he will get the stop and get the job done. Pepe Panzetti, Jordan Davis, it's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 p.m. Brisbane time tomorrow, which is in fact only some 18 hours from this very moment right now, we will see that match. Of course, there will be a professional open weight tournament as well, where we will see, no doubt, Pepe and Jordan and many other people that are going to be on debut that are going to be very, very interesting to watch. The likes of Big Marcus Atirai, Australia's super heavyweight mixed martial arts champion, will be putting his elbow on the table and throwing down against some of the best arm wrestlers in Brisbane. It is going to be fascinating. I cannot wait to see it. So, the conclusion of all that, ladies and gentlemen, the way that I'm going to go with this prediction is this. I think it's going to be a 3-3 draw. But in the circumstances of a 3-3 draw, and with that 3-3 draw, I think Pepe is going to win the first 3. Jordan Davis is going to win the next 3. And it's going to be 3-3. So, in the circumstances of a 3-3 draw in the Armfights Unleashed Super Series, we will go to we're going to go to the super finish. And in a super finish, we will continue the super match until an arm wrestler leads by 2. Okay. Being up 4-3 is not good enough. Being up 5-4 is not good enough. We will continue swapping sides of the table until an arm wrestler leads by 2. So in that circumstance, I am going to see ultimately a 5-3 victory to Jordan Davis, with Pepe Panzetti taking the first 3, Jordan Davis squaring the ledge out to a 3-3, and then in the super finish, I am expecting Jordan Davis to come through with the goods, with the endurance and the style. It's going to be a big one. It is happening very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in tomorrow for that super match. It's going to be live right here on YouTube. It's also going to be live on Facebook from the Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling page. So it is going to be amazing. And guys, I wanted to, whilst I've got you here, give a shout out to Next Level Apparel. These guys are on board with Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling. They are the major sponsor. Make sure you give them some love. Next Level Apparel. These t-shirts, as I'm wearing right here, are going to be available very, very soon on the Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling website, which is, of course, www.poundforpoundarmwrestling.com. You will be able to get yourself one of these fan t-shirts. They are comfortable. Let me tell you, they are incredibly comfortable. And also, ladies and gents, I wanted to put a call out there. If you sign up to Patreon in the next 24 hours before Armfights Unleashed, so when I say Patreon, I'm talking www.patreon.com/pound for pound arm wrestling. I will put the link in the description in case you forget. But if you sign up to Patreon in the next 24 hours before Armfights Unleashed 5.0 happens, you will get one of these t-shirts sent out to you. All you need to do is sign up to a $10 Patreon, and these t-shirts will be in the mail, which is essentially free because that's what it's going to cost me to send it to you guys anywhere on the planet. So make sure you get behind it. Just patreon.com/pound for pound arm wrestling. Sign up for a minimum $10 per month Patreon support. And not only will you get a free t-shirt, but you're going to be helping Pound for Pound Arm Wrestling continue to put on bigger and better events, and bigger and better moments are going to happen in this sport, and it's going to be good. All right, guys, we are going to sign off there. You're going to see more from me, and we've got, of course, the WAL 503 prediction show not far away. That one will happen 24 hours before WAL 503. Myself, I will be heading over, of course, not long after that show. You'll be seeing myself at John Brazenk's home. I will be there at John Brazenk's home actually watching the WAL 503. So you can expect a review show from myself and John, which will be something special. Cannot wait for that. And then not long after that review of the WL 503 will be my big match with Dallas Langston as part of the Arizona tournament. That is going to be epic. Can't wait for it. And yeah, it's going to be good. All right, ladies and gents, thank you for tuning in tonight. I hope you had a good one. Good morning to you if you're in the USA or other parts of the world. And I will see you guys again real soon.